Let's learn about lists. We have learned about 5 primitive types: booleans, integers, floats, strings, and the special value none. Python actually has many more types, which are called composite types. Composite types are named because they are composed of other types, unlike primitive types. The first composite type we will learn is the list type. A list is a sequence of values in a specific order. For instance, you could have a list of numbers or a list of strings. A list is a type, much the same way that integer is a type. However, the list will also have a subtype, which is what it is composed of. So if you have a list of integers, its type is list, and its subtype is integer. We create lists using square brackets. Each value that we want to put into the list is separated by commas. The square brackets are critical to making this a list. Without them, it is not a list. We've seen square brackets used before when we are subscripting and indexing a string. Confusingly, Python also uses square brackets for creating lists. You might struggle at first figuring out when you're looking at subscripting or when you're looking at list creation. The key is whether the square brackets come after an expression. That means subscripting. If the square brackets are on their own, you have a list. A pair of square brackets with nothing between them creates an empty list. An empty list is like an empty bag. You may not have anything in it, but you still have the bag itself. Empty lists do not have a subtype until you put something in them. When used as a conditional, a list evaluates the true, unless it is empty. This can be very convenient when writing conditional expressions involving lists. When you print a list, you will notice that the square brackets are printed too. In fact, Python will print each value of the list as if it were a literal value. So notice that the strings have quotes around them now. Lists are often shown in diagrams as a row of boxes to help us visualize the data. Each box will have a value in it. Some people will use the words array or vector to describe lists. These are actually slightly different concepts, which we will not cover in this course. Don't be thrown off if someone refers to a list as an array, but never use that word yourself.